Hello, this video explains how to use the 360-degree feedback tool, the Excel-based version. This is an alternative to the software-based versions, which are all, of course, very useful, but sometimes for smaller companies, you've only got several people. Sometimes just a simple Excel-based system will be absolutely fine. So this is a very simple tool. It's comprised of three forms. The first form that you can see now is the rater's 360-degree input form. As the assessor, you would send this form out to all the people you wanted to rate, all the evaluees, the people that you wanted to, all the evaluators, the people that you wanted to evaluate the person. You simply write the name of the person being assessed there, and then you send it out. And the question here is, what is your relationship to the person you are rating, manager, peer, subordinate? And then it explains the whole process here. And then they get to give the employee a rating against various criteria. They can give a rating of 1 to 4, with 1 being poor and 4 being excellent. The questions are things like, they're all kind of quite positive things. There's nothing particularly negative here. That's the idea. We want to keep these processes positive. So typical sort of observation might be, is seen as an advocate of the changes taking place in the organisation, encourages rather than resists change, is humble and keeps his or her attitude in check, is flexible and open-minded, learns from his or her mistakes. The idea of this is the kind of feedback that you can then use. It's constructive, practical feedback that you can then use and take back to the employee to coach them on how to improve to be a sort of better collaborator and employee. So after you've sent that one out, you will then get all the forms back in from your staff. You'll have this aggregator form, and you literally just go through. This goes from rater 1 here all the way up to however many raters you have, and then you can put in the score for each one for each rater. So you'll have your rater who has given them a 1 for this question, a 2 for this question, and so on. So you'll be able to just go through each rater and put the score in for each question all the way down and do the score for each rater. Once you put all those scores in, it will manually calculate everything, and at the end you'll come up with a traffic light system which gives you an aggregated analysis of all the scores and a sort of traffic light system. So the green is very good, and then the red is areas where they'll need to work on, and this is great. You can sit down at the end of the performance appraisal and give them a sort of idea of the areas they need to develop. So for example, at the top it says, does a good job clarifying the work of the rest of the organisation. So obviously it's red, they're not doing that very well. It's not good at stimulating, motivating to do their staff to do the best job they can. Is not a creative thinker and doesn't regularly think outside the box. So these are areas of weakness, and then the areas of strength are things like is flexible and open-minded, learns from his or her mistakes. So you can give them a lot of feedback based around this 360 degrees feedback. The idea is it is meant to be positive or constructive at the very least. So there we are. Thank you.